Perry is with us. Katy Perry is here.
Who else talks like that?
How are you, Katy?
I'm a bit knackered.
You are a bit knackered. She knows all the British phrases.
But I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be here during the holidays because London especially really kind of epitomizes the season. It's got that spirit.
And, of course, you've been eating a lot of food while you're here, and you were just telling us you like roast beef.
Well, I like a Sunday roast.
Okay, have you had shepherd's pie?
Yeah, of course.
Of course, yeah, sorry.
I mean, this isn't my first time over here.
No, we know that, but we're not going to go into that.
I'm pretty much adopted.
I know, we won't go into that. Award-winning
I was applying for an English visa at one time.
Oh, we're not going into it.
I know. No. I love the English.
I know. Award-winning global superstar Katy Perry is one of the biggest-selling artists of today, having sold over 11 million albums around the world. Just count them.
He's reading off of a paper for all this information.
Yeah, I know, but it's good information. In October, Katy released Prism, which became her second #1 album in the UK.
Hey.
All right. The album's first single, Raw, global hit.
Thank you very much.
Fantastic. And sold over 5 million copies worldwide, and now Katy's released her latest single, Unconditionally. Again, it's from the album. Having another listen to the album, there's some great stuff on there, and it's so well produced. Tell you what I like as well.
I want to know.
I like...
You love birthday? Yeah. You love that horn section in there?
Yeah, we love that.
SNL horn section. That's some beautiful horn playing.
I love...
trumpets and stuff.
Yeah, and I love the fast talking in Legendary Lovers, the fast talking that you do.
Yeah. That's very difficult to do, actually.
I bet.
To wrap my mouth around it. I had to slow it down to do it.
Did you?
Yeah, I had to do it in half, like a slower speed to do it, yeah. But I love Legendary Lovers. It's very spicy.
We like the track that sounds to me like a 90s dance hit, which I think...
Walking on Air.
Walking on Air,
yeah. Thank you.
Great. Love that.
I'm just kind of like experimenting.
Do you get to pick, presumably you do, get to pick with who you work with? I mean, I know you co-write many of the songs, write many of the songs yourself, but is it important who you work with in the studio?
Yeah, of course. I have the luxury of trust these days with my record label. So I basically say, I'm going to go away to Santa Barbara, which is my hometown, and I'm going to take these people with me, and I need this amount of money, and I'll get back to you. And so I really do. Like, I go and do my own thing. They trust me. They trust my intuition and my choices, and I kind of trust my intuition. And so that's what I did. I went to Santa Barbara. I went to Stockholm, and I mostly made all the record in the spring of this year. But I delivered the record to the record label without them even knowing that I had a whole record finished.
Great.
Wow. Yeah, I was like, by the way, we can have this come out in October. And they all flipped out. They were thinking February of next year.
Great. And what about the kooky videos that you do? I like some of the comedic ones, and sometimes you look deliberately nerdy, and sometimes you look absolutely gorgeous as you are, and all of that.
Thank you very much,
I'm smooth,
I think there's a compliment in there, so
I
felt it. I took it. You know, I like to be both looking pretty and self-deprecating because that's important. I think something important for me to do is not take myself so seriously.
Remind us how you came to the fore, as it were, how you came up.
I was raised in a very Christian household, which meant that I only listened to gospel and contemporary Christian music up until about 13. And then I had the revelation of Queen revealed to me, and that changed my life forever, and the way that I write lyrics and the way that I kind of paint pictures with my lyrics. I made a gospel record when I was about 14, 15, and that didn't work out so great, even though I really wanted it to work out. And so I went back to the drawing board. At 17, I moved to LA, and from 17 to 23, I was signed and dropped by several major record labels. Island Def Jam, Columbia, and then finally Capitol said, hey, we're going to let you have a shot at it with your own vision. That was very difficult for the other labels to do. I understand. It's hard. Sometimes an artist says, I want to go down the road less traveled. And they're like, well, that doesn't usually happen for everyone. So that's how I came to be. It was a long pursuit.
And the vision, that vision that you mentioned there, was that in your mind for many years? Did you know how you wanted to sound and also, I guess, how you wanted to look?
Yeah. It was always a twofer. And I think that that's what kept me going. It was a bit of blind ambition, but knowing that I had something to offer the world as far as a musician that was a different perspective that I didn't think was being covered.
And did you come close to giving up on those occasions when the record labels dropped you?
I went through some real serious mood swings.
I bet.
Yeah, but I was so young that there's this invincibleness. Invincibility, I think that's the word, that makes you just go, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
So you have a global hit, it's a huge pop hit, And then do you think to yourself, I've really got to better that. I've really got to make another really good album. I've really got to make some videos that are going to top that video. I mean, is there that constant pressure for you?
I think there was no pressure for this record. What I do is I just kind of take away all the makeup, all the crazy costumes. I mean, I look like Big Bird today.
You do, yeah.
And
in a good way.
thank you. And I take this hour-and-a-half drive to Santa Barbara, and I become Katheryn Hudson again.
Yeah.
I let all the distractions go. I don't care about the fame, the celebrity, all that stuff. I reconnect with my love for music, and I do it every time when I go back to the drawing board. And I just kind of try and pull out the most honest truths outside of me.
But you can't pretend that you're starting again.
No, I'm not trying to start again. I do like to evolve. And one thing for me is I take a little more time than others between records, because when I put a record out, I really work a record, almost like an old school kind of way.
Yeah.
But I like that because I think that if you continue to impress the idea on people, they finally get it after 3 or 4 times. And that's important to let it simmer in their minds, I think, rather than just to throw everything against the wall and see what sticks.
And you must be very happy that people get what you're up to. They get you completely. They know what you're up to. They know that you don't take yourself too seriously. But also they take you seriously enough as a pop artist and a singer and a songwriter.
Sure, and that has taken a little time to come about, which I'm totally okay with, and happy that it's revealing itself that way. I think that I have a certain level of vulnerability that I tap into with my lyric writing, especially on the deeper cuts, that separates me from my peers.
Yeah,
I do something different that they do, and they do something different that I can't do. So
the Prismatic World Tour, UK leg. All right, May 2014, Wednesday.
we're kicking it off there.
Yeah, I know. Wednesday 7th, Belfast Odyssey Arena. Then we're on to Newcastle, Nottingham, Birmingham, Glasgow, Manchester, Liverpool, Sheffield, Manchester. Then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, count 'em, gigs at the London O2 Arena. And
My allegiance is with the English.
Oh, I can tell. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we're starting in the UK, which will be very exciting. I've just been in a big tour meeting yesterday and look at the stage schematics.
Yeah.
And it is unlike a stage I have ever seen. Inspired a little bit by the Rolling Stones' kind of Lotus tour they did in the 70s.
Great, that's great.
Yeah.
And that's another thing that you work very hard on, the imagery and the stagecraft and all of that. You know, it's important, isn't it?
It's very important to have a visual component. That's how we are these days. So you have to have both.
Something I noticed from looking at the documentary...
Did you have a small cry?
I did, actually. Yes, I did.
I didn't mean to bring that up to the general public while listening.
I did. But I'm thinking to myself, you're so nice to everybody that's around you.
Besides the people I work with.
You're firm but fair.
Yes.
But nice. You are totally in control. Even though it appears you can sometimes appear a little bit scatty or a little bit kind of eccentric, but you're still totally in control. I like that.
Thank you. I can really multitask.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah, the Teenage Dream era was very highly conceptual, and so I got to kind of play this character that was a little bit more exaggerated than who I really am and cartoony, but I have a fantastic team that I have curated to be around me for the past decade. Very loyal to them. We're all a part of this conversation. No one's left out. And I couldn't do it without them, and I think that they've been really helpful in keeping me grounded. But I am the captain of my ship.
Yeah, definitely. How do you feel about the focus on you? The press say this about you, or somebody tweets something. How do you cope with that? Pinch of salt or get wounded?
Oh, pinch of salt.
Really?
Absolutely. I would be a full exposed body wound if not. I mean, it would be
Must
bad.
be hard though sometimes to take all of it with a pinch of salt.
Yeah, I mean, it's not nice, but the internet is not a place where you go to boost your confidence.
That's going to be the quote of the year, I think.
It's almost like the Wild West on the internet. There is no editor of the god. There is no accountability.
Yeah.
That word, actually, you can't even look up on the internet.
Great. 2 C's.
Yeah.
Katy's new single, Unconditionally, which we're about to play, and the album Prism are both out now. Her Prismatic Tour starts in Belfast on Wednesday, 7th of May, 2014. That's next year. So we're going to play Unconditionally, and also...
My birthday as well, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that'd be lovely.
yeah, we're going to play Birthday.
Unless there's anything you'd rather us play.
No. I love birthday. It's kind of like the Prince, Wendy, and Lisa jam that I was inspired
Okay,
That's
yeah,
right.
we'll play Birthday. I was going to play International Smile as well.
Oh, thank you.
So listen, Katy, wishing you a Merry Christmas. Probably see you next year when you're on your tour. Good luck with the new single. Good luck with the album. Best to you and yours.
Thank you kindly.
Katy Perry, everybody. Katy Perry. How can you go wrong with Katy?
Oh, you know.
You can't.